I don't know about you, but today Jesus sounds a little harsh. Foxes have holes and birds of the air have nests, but the Son of Man has nowhere to lay his head. Let the dead bury their own dead. No one who puts their hand to the plow and looks back is fit for the kingdom of God. This Jesus is hardcore, intense, passionate. What is it that Jesus is trying to tell us? How can we understand these hard sayings? Well, as I was reflecting on that, I was reminded of the fact that for the last 2 years, Clifford and I have engaged a trainer at the YMCA to help with our physical exercise. We are now on our third trainer. Don't know what that says about us, right? Our first trainer was a young guy who was just finishing up at ODU. And he was hardcore. We dreaded going. We were exhausted when it was finished. We moaned about how sore we were after it was over, but we got stronger. He graduated and went on, and we were passed on to a new trainer who was great with flexibility. I have never seen how many ways you can use stretching bands and all sorts of other contraptions to help strengthen you, but she really helped balance and flexibility, but she made one mistake. She happened to drop one day the acronym AOA. And we said, "What's an AOA?" And she said, sheepishly, "That's an active older adult." We said, if we're an AOA in our 50s, what does that make us when we get to our 80s? So we never let her get over that. And when she really tried to push us hard, we say, "We're AOAs, remember?" One time I got up and just kind of adjusted my shirt, and she says, "You're not having a heart attack, are you?" So Claire has graduated from Norfolk Collegiate, so we've shifted from the Granby YMCA over to Effingham. And now we have our third trainer. He's, I can tell already, going to be the hardcore variety. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Pushing us beyond what we would want to do. And last week I understood once again why we go to a trainer. We showed up for our training session, and for some reason he wasn't there. He wasn't answering his phone. The Y was really concerned, so we thought, something must be really going on. But we had done our 10 minutes of warm-up, me on the treadmill, Clifford on the bike. We're looking around, we find out he's not there. We say, well, let's do a little more. Well, a little more consisted of about 5 more minutes on the bike and 5 more minutes on the treadmill, and then we're like, it's hot today, let's just go. I have to have somebody that I've paid to show up to say, you will do this. And to force me to do the things that I don't want to do. The things that I wouldn't do. The things that my lazy self would say, A trainer is good for me. Because a trainer pushes me and prods me and makes me go beyond what I would want to do. It's exactly the same way with sports teams. I can remember when I tried out for the tennis team in high school. The ways in which that coach made us run, I would never have done on my own. Ever watched a football team train in August? I mean, it's merciless. Merciless. But it's for a purpose. Because the trainer knows, the coach knows, that you have it in you to be better than you think you are. And the coach and the trainer knows that there is a common purpose that you want to attain to, that you want to be unified as a team, that you want to be successful. Do you think the women's soccer team in the World Cup has gotten where they were unless they had a coach that really pushed them beyond what they thought they could accomplish? I think that's what we need to keep in mind when we hear these words of Jesus. We are all beneficiaries of God's incredible, abundant love. And one person comes up to Jesus and says, I'll follow you. And Jesus says, great, but remember, foxes have holes and birds of the air have nests, but I don't have anywhere to lay my head, and if you follow me, I don't know what kind of hardships you're going to have. Somebody else says, let me go first bury my father, and then I'll follow you. And Jesus says, let the dead bury their own dead. But you come follow me. All of us have stuff in our life that we deal with. But Jesus is asking, where's your priority? Are you going to put that stuff aside and focus on my call for you to help spread the kingdom of God? Even if it means sacrificing things that you otherwise would think are important. And finally, let me go say goodbye to all my family, and then I'll follow you. No one who puts their hand to the plow and looks back is fit for the kingdom of God. You hear the trainer? No, focus. Single-minded. Absolutely, don't look back. For you have a purpose, you have a plan, you have a divine commission that God has given you. A commission is to spread the love of God's reign to everyone. It's hard. It requires sacrifice. It requires pushing beyond anything that you think that you physically can able to do. And it takes you places that you think, I would have never gone here. But Jesus, our coach, has called you and me. We're the team. That's kind of scary, isn't it? All of our foibles and our inabilities and our weaknesses. And the coach continues to push and say, I will be with you. My spirit will be in you. But stay focused. Stay clear. Understand your mission. We're in this together. The salvation of the world depends upon it.